I don't want to hear about David Bowie, the Beatles, or your fucking mum ever again. Alright, so you know an EP is really good when Danny Brown is featured on it and he's somehow not the best part of the EP. So Petite Noir is an artist who has been sort of coming through over the past few years. He was featured on Danny Brown's Atrocity Exhibition, which is one of the most critically acclaimed albums of the decade. Not even just for hip hop, this is an album that has seen so much success throughout the majority of music folks, music nerds. It was pretty adventurous and out there and also accessible as hell. And Petite Noir was featured on one of the tracks, I believe. He also had an EP a few years ago, which I listened to, and it was a pretty nice and somber listen. But on this latest EP, I must say he has really come out of his shell, because there is so much personality and bombast to the way he approaches these tracks on here. I mean, it's a completely different man. Right from the get-go, he just has this really vibrant and upbeat approach to like singing. Sure, the hook on the intro track does get a little repetitive, but I don't know, man, I fucking love it. Blame fire, blame fire, blame fire, blame fire. Just a track that uses like African roots as its foundations, but also stretches it way further than that and completely like flips it and adds like this like rock approach to it, while also being incredibly catchy and pop centric too. Petite Noir just has such a great sound on this EP. Every track just flourishes with its unique approach to everything it tackles. In a lot of ways it reminds me of like Young Fathers and the way that they approach their music with a really unique sound, and this EP is really following that same path in a way. Fight Fire with Fire has this really like peppery upbeat beat to it. It's like bum 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 bum. The vocals used on this track as well are just so like joyful. This is just such a joyful EP. I can't believe how good it was, because I wasn't really that invested in following his music. I just thought, you know what, why not try this EP, because his last EP was decent as well. So I did, and it's just completely blown me out of the water. Like, I just can't believe how good it is. Respect is another highlight on this EP. It's very much similar to like Aretha Franklin's Respect, where he spells out the word respect. And the way this hook comes through is like, hey, you, look at me. Just another track where he's just using hooks in such a unique way that I don't know, I think it's one of the most interesting and adventurous musical projects I think I've heard all year. I just really wish it was stretched out to a full-length album, because I would have just loved to listen to this for even longer than what it is. The track Beach, which does feature Danny Brown, as I already mentioned. Danny Brown comes through with a fiery verse as always. Just comes out with some really clever wordplay, as you'd expect from the guy. He fits on the track really well, but again, I just think it's the sound and overall feel to the song that wins me over, to be honest. Certainly one of the more restrained tracks on the EP. You know, it sort of doesn't flutter out and expand its wings in a way like the majority of the tracks here do, but it still really works with the way it's approached. As you know, so many of these tracks just go wild and out there and just have no fucks given, but this is the one moment that feels a little bit more concise, and it works well for Petite Noir as well. It's crazy how he has this diverse sound that works every time. Saul Williams is also featured on this EP on Blowing Up the Congo. Pardon me. Nice range of features, just really shows that Petite Noir's artistic vision is completely just creative as hell, and just with the music as well on this album, on this EP. So I keep saying album, but it is an EP. I guess it just feels like an album though, with the amount of just attention to detail with every track. The instrumentation, the production on this whole thing is just really crisp and vibrant, as I've already said. I just think it really is fantastic. Like, it's such a good EP. I really hope people are going to check this out because it's so good. I guess we'll have to see by the end of the year how my EPs rank, but this is certainly a contender for being EP of the year. I've got a few already in mind that I think are going to be EPs of the year, but yeah, this is certainly one of them. Make sure you don't miss it. This is fantastic. As you know, I don't usually score EPs, but I'm highly recommending this because it's so friggin' good. So yeah, make sure you check this EP out. If you have, let me know your thoughts on this. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. Have a good day. Goodbye. David Bowie versus the Beatles, 2018.